What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the next episode of Shattered Planet. My name is Splattercat, and I'm happy to be your guide today as we go about the dirty business of getting dead. I think we've got some scrap to spend, although we did unlock a new character, and so there is that to be considered. Oh, yes, we did. Oh, plus 10 to fate automatically. Wow. So this dude actually has a really high critical chance when he starts out. You can also give him a couple different faces. So there's that one. That one sort of looks feminine. Oh, he's got a tail, too. That one looks well scarred. And then that guy right there appears as though, like, I don't know, his face got put through a cheese grater or something and his eyes popped through the holes, but nothing else did. I'll probably just stick with that one because he's got, like, the veiny thing going on there, like he's contemplating really hard. And then we gotta name him something different. And so we should call him Prungax, because that's a cool alien name. Does he walk awesome? Oh, he does, too. He walks with dignity. I dig that. I did. Well, dig is part of dignity. I was trying to do something with the wordplay, but damn it. It's all over now. It's all ruined. We can't go back. We can never go back to the island, Jack. Let's go and level up our stats here. Because obviously, yeah, he starts with a 3.75% chance to crit instead of a 1.75. It's a little bit higher, but that's still a pretty negligible value. We always want to start with strength. And it actually looks like strength might be... Okay, so strength is standardized for him like it is for everybody else, too. Let's go ahead and take his wits up to a similar level so that we can at least catch him up to the other characters we've been playing. I mean, I don't like to backslide like this, but with the extra dodge, he's only sitting at 20. Weak. Super, super weak. Well, let's give him a couple life points, too, I guess. There we go. So he's got a little bit more HP. He's at level 14-ish, which puts him around the same region as the other characters that we've been playing. I'll have to check and see if we'll be able to do the daily run today. Let's have a look at this mob, and he's got himself a shortbread. I'll take it. He's also got an OJ. I'll take it. And we're up to exotic meat. No, I don't want any exotic-looking meat. Let's start with... What do we have in the cache right now? I bet we have, like, nothing. Yeah, we're pretty much cleaned out. Let's go ahead and... That's weird that I can click that like that. Just the power of my click causes that entire thing to shift in space. How awesome is that? Let's go ahead and just do some silver stuff, I guess. So we got a fire starter. I don't really want to wear that, but it put it on my head, so I guess I'll just live with it for right now. A pith helmet. Applies heat resist. Does not confer rights to colonize. It's unfortunate. A Uber Axe, 10 strength and 4 wits, applies electric immune, forged from premium Linux steel. Nice. Part of the GNU armory. Okay, a hazmat helm. I'm just trying to fill up my inventory right now in case you were wondering. I'm just trying to get items so that we can continue playing the game. I also wanted to see if Bark was any good. How is Bark? Loyalty courses through his little circuits. He's 75. He's pretty damn expensive. Pretty damn expensive. I think I would rather go for a squishier one right now. And then, oh, I can't bring him to, Okay, so we'll put him back. And on this run, we're going to do our best to attempt to capture some creatures and do it properly this time. I'm not going to do it half-assedly like I did before. I'm going to use the whole ass. So, not to be, well, we're not going to go there. Never mind. We're not going to go there. I have grenades, and I could create fun zones in my next run, but I think I'm going to leave it alone for right now. Do I want the fire starter with 12 wits, or do I want the grid gear? Let's go with grid gear. No. I was going to say, put that back. Could also take the hazmat helm, which gives us chemical immunity. I'm actually going to take that. That's kind of a better plan, considering I almost always get myself uprooted by nasty little critters that have poison applications. The VR challenge is already completed. I haven't done this today. I don't know why this is still locked out. Like, I would really, really love to. Like, yesterday it was a katana, a thingy, and another thingy. And I remember doing the run, and I made it to, like, floor 4 or 5. But unfortunately, it doesn't appear to be obliging right now. Let's just go with another distance run, because there's nothing else we can do here. Oh, balls. How's the air? Yeah, oxygen. Oxygen joke. Yeah. Oh, we only took 1 damage. That's kind of nice. I like taking 1 damage. It's better than taking, like, 10 damage. Oh, we should get out of here. These things are about to get corrupted, and I don't want to be present when they do. Let's go ahead and drop a key on into the slot. That one's got another shortbread for us, if we could afford it. And as you will recall from the previous episode, the DNA extractor, the previous episodes, if I pluralized properly, the DNA extractor, I believe, does 10 damage, and so we'll have to keep an eye out. We have to get the enemy down low enough. It's like a Pokeball. You got to get them to the point where they're weak enough to where they're just like, take what you want from me, and then you extract the DNA. You've got to get it to the point where they're submissive. If they're still up and fighting, they're still kicking, they're still stiff-legged, not going to be able to get the DNA out of them. Stiffness, the enemy of DNA extraction in this case. I know that seems to run kind of catacorner. It does not run, it seems like it runs perpendicular to the way things you would figure would work based on experience, but that's the way it works in this game. I don't question it. We just move forward. Down into the teleporter. I wonder what that feels like. I think I've talked about that. It looks like you get some slight spaghettification going first before they fly off. I mean, it seems uncomfortable. Not gonna lie right there. That whole stretching motion as you go into and out of location seems like it might be a little bit concerning or worrying. Like, are my feet getting farther away right now? We are going to help. A creature inside appears to be fighting. Let's assist. We've got stats. You leap into the fray only to realize mid-leap that the speaker was a tape recorder. Oh, good. My ass. My ass and my face are being beaten. Well, that means we can try and capture this guy, so... Please don't crit. Okay, so we're going to try and use this now. Oh, it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough. We did our best. We captured him. The Nest Guardian took a liking to you, perhaps believing you to be a brood hatchling. Good. For once my weakness has decided to make something like me rather than want to harm me. We will summon you, Nest Guardian! New entry discovered, the Nest Companion. Oh, this is so badass. It's a horse monster. If I could ride it, that would be the only way this would get more awesome. If we could ride it into battle, like Thrall on a warg or something. It'd be amazing. I would be down. I would be so down for that. I mean, I would be up on the mount, but I would be down for the adventure. I'd also like to capture one of the princesses while we're down here, because that was the point of this adventure. Did I mention that? The point of this was to capture the monsters. I don't know if I brought that up in conversation, but the point in all of this was to just get scrap and capture monsters. I'm actually going to let my pet do most of the damage here, and then we're going to try our best. Got him. Nice. Pokemans. Actually, that's a 5-star right there. 125 health does 18 to 23 damage. We'll wait until this guy dies off because he's going to be a pretty powerful pal. A power pal, if you will. I don't know if our pets can get corrupted, so I'm not going to risk it. We're not going to go over there. We're just going to ignore it and pretend like that creeping blackness is not happening. Because that is the logical thing to do when there's a threat on the horizon. Just put your head in the sand. Pretend like it's not happening. That's a great way to move forward. Let's start throwing some of this stuff and see what it does. Yellow did nothing. Silver did nothing. Okay, so that did wits up. Wow, we had all beneficial potions. That is pretty terrible luck right there. I can live with it, but... oh well. We have a new companion, the Nest Companion. We'll summon the princess in just a minute. We're just now getting the work done that we've already done, but, you know... having the pets, actually, I think, increases your survivability pretty substantially. Oh, that one goes hostile, though, on anything around me. Please don't attack things. Like, I would really sincerely appreciate it if you wouldn't make us a whole bunch of enemies. I don't want you to be that guy's pet. Like, everybody knows that guy who has that dog that he takes everywhere, but it's, like, always getting into trouble and, like, annihilating stuff, and you're just like, oh my god. Don't be that dog. Nobody likes that dog. I think this is, like, the more evolved version. Like, somebody hit it with a thunderstone or something of one of these little guys down here. You know, like, grew some new legs or some shit. I don't know. Oh, good. They're gonna handle the fight for me down here. You see that? He, like, leans back with one arm and just, like, punches it in the head. He doesn't attack like I would assume he would attack. Then again, you know what they say about assuming. Throw that out. Okay, it's a fire potion. Acceptable. Oh, we set our own pet on fire. I'm that kind of pet owner. We're also out of healing items, but we'll ignore that for now. Having set everything on fire, I don't remember green. I think that was a teleportation potion, judging from a small dark splotch leaks from the stump onto your arm. Let's shake it off, because last time when we slapped it off, or I'm sorry, when we shook it off, nothing bad happened. I would take a chance and slap it off if we had more health, but I don't need to be slapping anything off right now. There will be no slapping off taking place. Let's jump down in the teleporter. We're going to have to hide behind our pets pretty, I'm not going to say aggressively, but pretty cowardly at this point. We're basically going to have to play the huntard for the remainder of this run. He's only got a little bit of health left, and we need to hustle. like that song. I really do. Like, I really enjoy Motown and like old pop songs. I don't know what it is. I enjoy them. They happen on the radio and all of a sudden I'm like bobbing. I got like the windows down. I'm all excited, which is weird because that's not typically the kind of music that I listen to. Strangest thing, but when old songs come on, I don't know. Well, that's good. At least I didn't get poisoned. Sorry, Nest Guardian. You've served your purpose. Well done, Nest Guardian. Now we will summon the Crablet Princess. She will fight for you. There it is. And so we got another entry right there. Now we should be able to summon these. A couple episodes ago, there was a little bit of confusion about the fact that I thought that just when you when you captured them, you got them in your inventory. And no, unfortunately, you do have to go through and you have to summon them as well. The alien fiddles with a gizmo in its hand. It starts banging it against a rock. We'll cheer this time. Success! You cheer as the alien smashes the gizmo to dust. The alien seems flattered. That's it. I mean, it was a brilliant performance. As far as destruction goes, I really think that he's advancing the art form pretty aggressively. No, we do not want to jump down there. That was one of those tricksy situations where my button was in a weird spot where if I had misclicked, it would have jumped me off, and that would have been terrible. Poison Crablet, this is all you, Crablet Princess. Will she not fight it? Go, Crablet Princess! Oh, you are the shit. Hell yeah. Crablet Princess puts off the damage. Oh no, another mimic! Son of a bitch. Those mimics are always getting me. Those mimics are always getting me. And it's because I like the healing items. This game actually has legitimately good stuff inside its vendors. And so I get overly excited. I'm like, oh, I need a healing item. And I run up and I get eaten. Yay, she's still here. That's a plus. That means I don't have to pay to summon her. Let's see how much they cost. It's got to be expensive. 75. So yeah, the Crablet Princess costs the same amount as Bark, but is better than Bark. So her bite is better than his bark. And then for the big guy, that's 155 HP. That's pretty much, actually, that's pretty cost effective right there. 40 crystals for that pet is not bad. I think that might actually be one of the best options in the game so far that we've unlocked anyways. 22 strength, 48 dodge, and 155 health versus... I mean, that one does a little bit more damage, but it's so much more expensive. And it's got better dodge, too. But, I mean, the price is not comparable. I mean, 40 crystals versus 75, you got a 35 crystal offset right there for something that's only marginally worse. And so basically it costs almost half as much for being only like maybe 8 to 10%, you know, less effective in combat. So I don't know, I was hoping that this would be cheap enough to where I could summon it a lot. Let's buy some healing items. That tends to be my most successful runs. Then again, I play more aggressively when I've got healing items too, so I don't know if that's really something that I can prove or disprove. I don't know if I should bring the DNA extractor. Let's just buy some gear. I don't think we have the money right now. We got the Daredevil helmet. And the Warhammer. Not really interested in the Warhammer, unfortunately. The nerf that you take in order... Ooh. The Ancient Blade. On strike applies bleeding before straight lines were invented. And we've got a Blunted Blade. On strike, bonus blunt damage. When in doubt, whack 'em harder. Yep. It seems to be about the right application of force, to be honest. Seems like a good strategy. Let's bring... We got 4 to 7 and 10. We got 4 to 8, piercing 2 plus 8. We've got 2 to 12. I just really don't like that gap in damage, so I think I'm going to recycle that. Oh, you can get scrap out of them, so there is a conversion method. I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. I'll probably scrap that too, since it's not that great of an item. And I will more than likely put that on the shelf. Let's take the Blunted Blade today, I think. I like the way that it looks. I mean, it doesn't appear as though it's going to be incredibly useful. We'll also take the... Take some grenades. I've never taken nades anywhere, so we might as well play around with these. I figure we're far enough into the game. I like how our helmet matches our armor right now. Even though it's out of theme, it matches our armor, and that makes me happy. Unlocked yet? No, you're still not unlocked. You disappoint me. You disappoint me, Daily Challenge. We could go for the data log, but I just don't think we're there yet. Let's go ahead and continue. Take the freebie scrap. It looks like we started out in a Grasslands biome. We're low on crystals, so we can assume that the game's going to give us some along the way. It seems to, like right here, when we're out of crystals, for whatever reason, it seems like it really, really aggressively spawns crystals for you so that you never end up in a situation where you have like no gear to go into the next level. I mean, technically, you could just buy bronze gear. It doesn't really matter. Your base stats in a lot of cases are way more important than the actual gear that you're wielding. However, that's not to discount the fact that good gear is good gear, as we saw from that 5-star weapon we picked up out of that loot crate back a little bit ago. Speaking of loot crates, has anybody signed up for the... Why is that happening? Either way, I don't really care. He beat him up and took his wallet? Holy hell. Well done, princess. Jesus. I'm going to help out over here. How was the tribal axe? That's actually a really, really good weapon. The 6 fate and whatnot makes it pretty good. 4, 7, 10. That's 610, piercing 1. I think that's better. And it also gives us the 6 fate, which increases your dodge. What does that do? Contains a small amount of scrap metal. Union work is paid off. Galactic Union has sent you a bonus for research level 8. It unlocked the Nest Guardian for us. Oh, it gave us a free Nest Guardian. Okay, it didn't unlock it. It just gave us a free one. Alright. Not the best level up bonus. I tend to like the character unlocks the best, but obviously they're not going to give you all of those up front. I don't think I'm going to be playing anybody other than the emissary from now on because I really, really like the alien character design. I think he looks awesome. And so I am an aesthetically based person. If I find something that I like the way it looks, I'm probably going to play it forever. Whole bunch of free crystals right there. I actually think it'd probably be wise to keep the princess away from the tribal guy here. I don't feel like dealing with the fallout. I mean, killing them can be effective. Ooh, empty island. Unfortunate. I was hoping there'd be something out there. I should have known better. I didn't see any sparklies or any eyes, so it's kind of a foregone conclusion that there was not going to be anything out there. But let's just go to level 2. Oh, I thought we were on level 1. I'm sorry, I thought we were on level 2. We're on level 1. We haven't even gone that far yet. The adventure hasn't even begun. I'm going to strongly suggest, Crablet Princess, that you come over here and stop fighting with that guy because you're both going to get corrupted in just a second. There we are. All nice and beat up. I'm going to try and keep moving on this one. Kill that. Our health is still looking reasonably good. Princess is looking alright. I mean, she's a little bit messed up, but let's test out some of these potions. That one sounded like a teleportation potion. Okay, and so that one was a healing potion. Oh, cool. We got like 15 scrap out of that. That's not bad. It's not a terrible investment. I mean, it works. I'd rather, you know, get that than nothing. I mean, I wish more of them dropped wallets, to be honest. Let's just hurry on down to the lower levels. We haven't used up any of our healing items or anything yet, so we still have a pretty pressing advantage. Let's get away from there because he's going to get corrupted really soon, and I don't want to deal with him. Oh, hell. There's that thing that I told you about where if you both move to the same square, you fight each other for the spot. You take a breather and sit on the old stump. Let's contemplate. You look out over the shattered landscape and admire the fractured beauty. +3 to fate. Okay. That was a healing potion then. At least now we know. And we didn't have to risk our own safety for it, so that's a plus. I'm just going to start playing more paranoid, I guess, with all of the potions. I mean, I'm just going to start throwing them at things, and if they get a buff, they get a buff, I guess. But I'd rather be safe about the way it works. Okay, so we've got healing fluid now. We get 65 healing instantly. It looks like when you throw them and they don't affect anything, you still get... No, never mind. I think I used a red one already. I don't know. I have trouble with colors and things. Kindergarten was a difficult, difficult place. It was a trial. It was a trial for the ages. Continue onwards. No phone call from our dear trench-coated, lab-coated friend. And by the way, is it really necessary that he doesn't wear any pants or anything? I realize he's got nothing to show for it, so it doesn't really matter, but still, I mean... Yeah, pants. I guess they're more of a suggestion than a requirement. God, I love you, Crablet Princess. You are the greatest. I mean, Nest Guardian's pretty awesome too, but Crablet Princess is holding it down right now. Grab those crystals. Ooh, this is the treasure area. We are making out like bandits right now. Luckily, we wore our chapstick. Always gotta use the breath mints before making out like a bandit. Over here we've got the fedora, which is actually really, really good, so that might be a decent investment. But I think instead what I'll do is I'll gain myself a little bit of space, let Crablet Princess fight that guy, and we'll throw out a grenade here. There we go, fun zone started. Funsies! We'll throw out another one too, because we can. And then we'll run from the flames because they actually spread to grass, and it's pretty harsh. Consumables! My favorites. Okay, so that was poison. Easy enough. Use my juice box. Probably should have thought about that before I blocked off my avenue of exit from the corruption, but you know what? I wanted to test that potion. I wanted to do it right now. I couldn't wait. I was too excited. Ooh, we've got a nest. Okay. Lucky crit right there. Oh, hell. I thought that thing gave me a pet. I forgot that it does not. He didn't shoot any poison at us, which is good because I don't feel like being poisoned right now. That would mean I would have to eat up my band-aids just to offset it. Should be troublesome to say the least. I love the extra crit rating this guy's got. There are so many crablings around here. My god. I just want this metal. I don't know who's carving these into little isosceles triangles, but I'm not sure if I appreciate it or not. Ooh, a muscle enhancer. Get our Jose Canseco on here. Where in the hell? Did I go the wrong direction? Well, there might be a teleporter over here, so we're gonna have to go look. Let me get out of the corruption. If the teleporter's not down here, we may be hosed. We may have to jump. We have healing items, so it's not too terrible of a venture slash gamble, but there we go. Under duress, we'll go ahead and vacate the level, and then once we get to the next part, sometimes your signal disappears and there's this green eye blinking instead. What's that all about? I don't know, but that's a laser cannon and they hurt. Like, you hope that you can just like dodge them, because they are really, really bad news. This is one of the random levels right here where it's like a corporate office thing where they've got security systems, but it's also really, really lucrative if you can navigate it without getting killed. They can't shoot through the walls, so be careful about where you step, and you should be able to make it out in one piece. They're stationary, so it's not like it's going to run you down or anything. Let's go ahead and slot the key in. We might find something useful out here. We may also get shot. Okay, so a big old pile of scrap and a green potion for toxic slime. Not going to risk that guy right there because we've still got plenty of healing items and I don't need to walk up to the vendor. Oh, I thought that would be like an interactable. I don't know. It has the look of those items or those things that you can click on that like cause things to happen. Little events. We can go this way too. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Let's get out of here. This is a really, really risky map setting. It's a biome that is not conducive to your own survival. Although we've yet to have those little grass critters show up too, so... God, we are getting all kinds of crystals here. It's good, and I already see the teleport to the next level. What a lovely day. Let's go ahead and explore a little bit further because we have the option to do so. I mean, we've got enough supplies right now to where we don't really have to worry about dying in too fantastic of a measure. Distance 8, New Pampas. See, sometimes they just spit the poison everywhere. I can't really figure out... We're going to have to use our healing because obviously we're going to bleed out a little bit from the poison. Let's get moving, and I'm going to go down this way because I see crystals. Lots of them. So we'll get our Heisenberg on right here and get all the crystal we can. He's got a Kefia. Heat resist, 16 wits. Soft spun from Saturnian cotton. It's better than what we have. Not by a long shot, but the heat resist is nice. I mean, we've already got heat resist, so I guess not. Let me see what this does. Nothing. Nada. Zilch. That big guy right there looks scary, and I don't want to fight him. Ooh, go for the crystals or just bail out. Should have bailed. Yep, I had a feeling the crystals were going to be too far. So we're at distance 8 now. We're doing pretty well. We're gathering up bonus, so... I'm going to kill him early so that he doesn't get corrupted. Let me drink my other potion before it's too late. I would really prefer to just keep moving, since as you get this far, the corruption starts to spread really, really fast. There's our next level right there. We've got a second, so let's see if we can get some more scrap out of this, and then let's take it. Level 9. Going in for the win right now. I mean, I don't know what happens. I think the game just keeps going forever. I'm not really sure. I've never made it far enough to find out. I've made it to 11, and that's about the best I've done. Big old stack of scrap. It's going to be a turret over there, and that's not going to be one that we can evade. Oh, we're going to have to fight it. This is bad for us. I mean, that was about my only option. And that's largely just to soften it up. I don't even know what that thing does, and I don't want to know, so I'm just going to jump in the teleporter now, take the bonus crystals, and get the hell out. Oh my god, there's so much scrap, and we need this so badly. Like, we really do need to level up. So many temptations. What was that one? Ooh, region fluid. Nice. We may be able to keep trucking for a little while longer. I knew orange was something beneficial. Dodge the shot, so that's fine. Ooh, teleporter. And with where he's at, we're not going to make it. And I don't want to fight him because he does 25 damage a swing, which is pretty hardcore. Contaminaria. Flakes of ice and ash swirl and gather in piles in the nuclear landscape. Summer's touch has been forgotten. I bet they'll write books about you and your adventures, but not me. Ah, well. So we've got an ice crablet here. I'm going to use this healing before anything else terrible happens, because I don't know how strong... Yeah, those are going to be mean as hell. Okay. These things are tougher than expected. There was no unlock? Have I killed one of those before? I don't remember killing one of those, but apparently I have. And so that's going to be the end of our trip right there, unless we can juke him somehow. But the game has a pretty good circular logic where it just kind of blocks you in when it has you cornered. Here lies sickly thoughtful Prungax, who is flammable as an old Christmas tree. That's it. And so we set a new record. We made it pretty far that time. Let's go ahead and spend our points before we go out of this episode, I think. I think that our best bet is probably to go with more... I mean, I don't know. We need more damage, obviously. Once we got down to that level, it seemed like we were really kind of hampered by our inability to deal damage. So maybe we'll go big time on damage this time. And we'll just hope that that takes us a little bit further. I mean, we're doing 16 to 18 now. And so I think we've increased our... I think that was 4 upgrades right there. So we've increased our parameters by like +4 on the low end and +4 on the top end. It's not going to do much, but I don't know how it multiplies with the gear that you equip either. And so for the next run, we'll probably go with the fire starter. We'll probably go with that right there. And then we'll probably take this little guy here. And so my name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me in the Nerd Castle for another episode of Shattered Planet. It's been a pleasure. I hope to see you all the next time. This game's a lot of fun. If you wanted to pick it up on Steam, look down below in the description for all the information. If you like games like Dungeons of Dreadmore, I would recommend it. I mean, pick it up on your phone. I mean, I bought it on my phone, and this game is fun. I mean, I've been playing it in all my free time. So I will see you all later. Take care, everybody, and hi-do.